Alright guys, so we have a 2015 NX200T, and this has the 2-liter turbo. We're going to do an oil change on it. You're going to need 5.2 quarts, I don't know if that's coming through, of 0W20. If you don't know, you can always get your what type of oil an engine takes right there off the oil cap. So I've got some Valvoline full synthetic 020, and this is the socket that we're going to use to remove the oil filter. And the one thing I want to point out right here is you'll notice the part number is 64P-14, and what that represents is this socket is 64 millimeters in diameter, and it has 14 individual flats on it that grips onto the oil filter housing. So that's what that part number represents. And if you're like me and you get tired of crawling underneath the car and then finding out you got the wrong wrench, get you one of these. This has got pretty much any size drain plug you're going to come across. So you just grab this. They're 6-point, so they're not going to strip, and you just rotate this to whatever size you're going to need. In this case, it's going to be a 15 millimeter, and you only have to crawl underneath the car one time. So let me get the camera set up. Alright, I think I forgot to turn the camera on for taking the drain plug out, but I got the drain plug out. We've almost got it drained. I looked over and noticed that the camera screen was blank, so I think I forgot to turn it on. But anyway, we just got started on this oil change. I was actually right in the middle of saying that my standard for deciding when to put the drain plug back in is whenever that solid stream starts breaking up into little chunks. I go ahead and put the drain plug in then. You can let it drain. I mean, you could sit here all day if you wanted to and let it completely get every single little tiny drop out. I normally don't worry that much about it. This oil, like I was saying, this oil actually looked really good. And the service sticker, we just bought this car a couple months ago, and the service sticker for the next oil change date or mileage was right now, and it doesn't really look like it. Looks like it could have went a lot longer. So I'm thinking that oil change place probably was doing it at 3,000 miles. These newer cars with the full synthetic, you can easily go 5,000 miles. My wife had a BMW, and in the manual for that BMW, it actually said 15,000 miles or once a year, whatever came first. I did it every 10,000 miles, and we never had any problems. But you do want to use a quality oil, and in my opinion, Valvoline is pretty much the best. It's starting to break up down here toward the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and collar close enough. This drain plug, it came out tough all the way, so I'm going to grab a ratchet and use a ratchet to put it back. That should do it. So now for the oil filter. Now, when you get the oil filter, it comes with a little adapter, a little plastic adapter that you're supposed to take this centerpiece out here, this 3/8 drive plastic piece, screw that adapter in there, and it'll drain the oil filter housing. I don't worry about that. I just take the whole housing off and I let it drain like that. Make sure you got your pan under the oil filter housing. not too bad at all. So I'm just going to pull this filter cartridge out. Throw the old filter over there in this box. This piece technically shouldn't come out. It's supposed to be kind of captured in there, and I'll show you how it goes here. I don't know if you can see those little ears down there, but that's how that is supposed to go in there. There's a spring underneath it, so make sure the spring's there. But yeah, that should stay in the oil filter housing. If it doesn't, just put it back in the way I just did. Take your new filter, stick it down just like that. Take you a pick, screwdriver, whatever you got. Kind of lube up the O-ring. Make sure you get it in the right groove. Ready to go back in. There's the little deal, and this is the adapter I was talking about. You can screw that in. You take that out, screw that in, oil will drain out of this. As you saw, I was able to pull this out. There wasn't a whole lot of oil that drains out of it, so I never use that adapter. If you do take that adapter out, you got a O-ring here that you're supposed to put back in. Should be pretty close to 5.2 quarts right there. Of course, you got to check it. So let me start it up. Perfect. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to reset your, in fact, let's do that right now. Got your oil maintenance right there. I'm just using the button right here. Yeah, waited too long. Okay. Oil maintenance reset data. Yes. The data has been reset. Alright. That's pretty much it, guys. You're done. 2015 Lexus NX200T oil change. You guys take care.